Okay, so here we are. So this is our first session to show you exactly what you can do with iFunnels, how it works. Could be an interactive live sessions where you ask questions, but I think the first bit would be about us showing you exactly how it works, how to get started.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot in iFunnels, so which is why we have scheduled like 3 sessions over the next 3 days, and to make sure that we can cover each module in detail. So that's the goal of our sessions. And of course, if you have any questions, you can use the chat box or the chat or the comments if you are on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll see your comments and we'll be able to answer your questions. And what I would do is at the end of each session, so we'll have like 10-15 minutes of Q&A. So you can ask questions about specific feature or just question about what we've covered during the session. So yeah, we'll wait for a minute or two for people to start watching the live and get into it. Okay. So first, I will probably just do an introduction to iFunnels, just an overview of everything that can be done and all the different modules, so you understand how they interact and how they all work together. And then we'll focus on some modules and some features and take it from there. And we'll interact with Paul when we have some extra information to share with you.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you get started, that's your dashboard, what you see when you first log in, based on your activity, the pages, traffic you've sent. You would get like an overview. Some of these icons won't make sense because, in fact, we are revamping this dashboard. But you will find your landing pages, your traffic, and yeah, some extra stuff you should normally not be worried about. So how you get started, the first thing is to add your iFunnels subdomain. And to do that, so when you start, if you go to that section, domain hosted with us, you won't see anything. It should be empty. And what you can just do is add a new domain. And here, your first step is to create your subdomain. So you will get something like, I will use my name, so demo, and that's a subdomain I want to create. So you can pick anything you want. We recommend using your like your username or your name. So this way you can brand your website and your funnels when you will drive traffic to your people. So I will do it for now and then quickly go back to that section a bit later. So what you just need to do, you add your domain name, you check it's available, and you just add it. And now you have your own iFunnels subdomain. And I will show you how you can use it later on when you want to publish your page with our one-click publishing engine. So you can see my subdomain is now available. And I will go into the details of what else you can do, which is basically register new domain names or import your own domain. which we call custom domain names. So that's what's happening. That's what goes on in the domain and hosting. You basically can add new domains, register new domains, and import your own domains. Based on your account, you should not see that section. It's separate stuff, and you should not have to use it. Then when you go down on the menu, you will see the deliver dashboard.
JP, can I just add something to what you've said about the hosting? Guys, the hosting that you're going to get is lightning fast, and it's really secure. So there's no issues with it, you know, in terms of downtime or anything like that. It is really, really top quality hosting. So yeah, there's no issues with building sites or anything like that, as you'll see shortly.
Yeah, exactly. And whenever you import your domain names or you register, we add an SSL certificate to it. So all your pages will be secure and, you know, HTTPS. So it's all taken care of. You don't have you don't need any third-party app to protect and secure your websites. So the deliver module, this is where you can create products, memberships, and start selling physical product, digital products. That's how your dashboard will look like. It's empty because it's a demo account. So you will see how membership sites you have. So how many products you're selling, how many sales you got, how many members, and how many leads. And this is based on the time period you want to filter. So it could be this year, this month, today, yesterday, or custom range. And it will tell you exactly what kind of sales activity you got during that time frame. It will also show you your last customers, paid members, your ratio between members and leads. So quickly, a member is a paid customer, and a lead is someone who started purchasing your product, so he initiated the checkout process, but they did not complete the checkout. So they are stored in what we call the lead segment, as opposed to paid customers who are called members, and they are part of the member segment. You will also have access to your latest payments, rebills, how many rebills, how many sales, and refunds. When you get some refund, they will appear on that side of your dashboard. So that way you get like a quick overview of everything going on. And then we'll go through in the details a bit later, but that's where you will connect to the payment processor, which is Stripe. Membership is where you create your products. The sales is where you can see all the activity, and then you can refund the members. You will see all your paid customers and what they have access to. And the lead section is where you can see people who initiated your checkout process. iFunnels, I will probably skip that because some of you might not have access to it. It's some ready-made funnels. Then the studio, it might be what's interesting for you. So that's where you can create your sales funnels and your websites, your landing pages, and all your front-end pages. You can use the studio to create them. So you can manage your funnels in that section, and you can edit, duplicate, clone. You can share your funnels as well if you want to sell your sales funnel and for someone else to clone your funnels in their own account. Create a new funnel. That's basically what you start when you want to create a new funnel. So we'll get to that in details a bit later. And the reporting, it's where you will show your activity, but a detailed traffic report from your funnels. So of course, this one it's a demo account, so we don't have any traffic data. But I will show you in another live account how it looks like. Optimize. It's for the split testing engine or multivariate split testing engine. I will also show you how it works during these sessions. Then we go to the email funnels, which is the autoresponder. So that's where you create your broadcast or your sequence. Okay, so you can create a broadcast, so which is like a standalone email broadcast, or a sequence where you can just add as many messages as you want, and then you can organize these messages. So you can just see it as your own, as your autoresponder. So you can manage your what we call email funnels, which could be your email sequences or broadcasts. And as well, all your contacts will be stored in the contact collection of email funnels. And from there, you can manage their tags. You can manage your customers. You can do a lot more. And we'll go into more details a bit later. You can also segment your leads based on where they come from, what tags they have applied to them, whether if they are validated or not in terms of deliverability, risky, valid email address or not, in terms of open, delivered, bounce, click, not click. So you can combine all these filters and create your segments, because anytime you can just save your segments, and then you will be able to reuse that segment to just select a segment of your contacts. Automate is our marketing automation. So it's quite empty because I've not created any automation in that account, but we'll go into the details of what you can do. It's basically like having your marketing virtual assistant working for you. So based on, I will just quickly show you, based on a contact, on the tag, on the membership, or if someone initiated a checkout or clicked one of your email, completed one of your sequence. And then based on these triggers or events, you can have a specific action. So an action could be to remove the tag, to add someone to another sequence, to initiate a new broadcast, to pause, to prevent someone from receiving more emails. So let's say you have a link in one of your email, and you say, okay, whenever someone clicks that link, they can be removed from that sequence and added to another sequence. So you will just do that. You will just remove from the sequence and add to another sequence. So someone clicked an email, you just pick which email he clicked, and then you just say, okay, whenever that guy clicks one link in that email specifically, I will just remove him from an email funnel and add him to another email funnels. I could also add him to a webinar automatically, or send the leads to my team or to a sales team to give him a call. I could also add him to a membership, because maybe you offer the bonus, and whenever they complete the sequence or click a link or visit a page, you could just say, okay, I will just add you to a membership, and you just select the product, and you can combine all these actions at once. So it's really like flexible. You can basically do whatever you want. And so that's the automation module. Then we have the validate module, which is an email validation. So it's a way to prevent someone from filling your opt-in form with bogus email addresses. And so this way you always keep your your email addresses clean, and you will improve your inboxing rate because you won't email, email addresses which are validated as basically bogus email address or risky. You will just not email them, so you will only email your valid contacts. And I will spend some time on this section as well today or tomorrow, because you can use it all integrated, or you can also use it on any website or any opt-in form which is not even managed by iFunnels. So if you have a WordPress website with an Aweber opt-in form, you can also use our validation engine, and I will show you exactly. It's just paste, like a widget or a code snippet on your website, and it will automatically validate your form, your opt-in forms, even if this opt-in form is not managed by iFunnels.
Yeah, it's so important that emails are validated now specifically. So the validation module is second to none. It's otherwise, you've probably already done it and had a look at it. It's really expensive to have an email list validated by a third party. So validate module just does it, and it's easy and it works. So yeah, absolutely, make sure you use it.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, I will cover it in more details, but you can also use as a standalone. So if you have, I don't know, if you're moving from GetResponse and you have your GetResponse list for like years and you want to clean it, you can just import your list. You can just upload your file and validate all your file, or if you just have an email address you want to select, you can just validate one email address or import, or you can just validate from your contacts. Okay, so and you will just select the contact you want to validate, and you just validate those right away, and then it will queue. We can also validate. We can make like a global regular validate, what we call. So it's like every 6 months we will just go through your whole contacts records, and we'll just validate all of your records every 6 months. And incremental mean like every month we will check how many new leads you got which are not validated, and we will just automatically validate those. So you don't, if you want, you don't even have to think at validating your leads, because we can by default enable real-time email validation. So whenever you have an opt-in form, it will validate your leads. And each month, if some of those were not validated because you imported some leads or you forgot to switch it on, we will just validate all the leads, all the new leads. So we won't go through your whole list, but just all the new leads. And on top of that, because we know that basically every year, there was like some research conducted. It shows that around 15 to 20% of all email addresses become invalid after 1 year. So it's a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's like every year you will start emailing 20% of your list, which will basically never receive your emails, because these email addresses won't exist anymore. So, which is why every 6 months you can perform like a check and a cleaning of your whole list, and in order to always keep your list clean. So that's validate. We have the lead funnels, which is a standalone landing page builder. So it's mostly dedicated to direct response opt-in pages. So it's really made to create landing pages and squeeze pages dedicated to just collecting email addresses or just some feeds. It's not to create full-blown websites. It's just to create some quick and high converting opt-in form and opt-in pages. And it's really powerful. We have some really advanced features, like geo-targeting, content customization, localization based on where your people are, advanced geo-targeting and bot filtering. So we have a lot of features. We'll go through it in a specific session as well. And of course, we have a split testing engine. Then the lead channels. Lead channels, you can see that section as a form builder on steroids. So that's where you will create all your forms that will be used in the studio or even in lead funnels. And so you will create your opt-in forms, and which can be email opt-in form or mobile originated opt-in form, meaning people will opt in with like an SMS, or they will even opt in without entering an email address. So it's a more advanced setup, but basically your leads can just send us a text message, and this way it's what we call mobile originated email opt-in process. And when we receive, so they will send a text message with their email address as the content of the text message, and then we subscribe them to your list that way. So they don't even have to enter an email address or do anything. They just click a button and it sends an email, text message automatically to our engine, and it will just pass their email address that way. So these are the main modules. We have some advanced stuff like the Copy Prophet, which is a copywriting scoring engine, and we also have some advanced tools, but which are probably not useful for you. So that's an overview of what's in what's in email funnels and all the other modules. So first question. So those credits. No, so credits are not added to your account automatically because it's a paid service. So based on your account, you got some free email validation credits, but it's something you can purchase. You can purchase credits, and that's the role of credits in your account. So for example, when you go to validate, you will see how many credits you have left. And that will tell you exactly if you can use the system or not. But then you can purchase credits. Just go to buy credits, and you can just buy your credits. And it's one-off. And then when you run out of credits, you can buy some more. And as I said, based on your account, you will get some initial credits, and but it's not automatically renewed every month. Because basically, you can use validate as part of iFunnels or outside. So, for example, someone could upload like 100,000 contacts and get them validated. So, and these contacts will not be stored in iFunnels. So, which is why it's like a separate process. Okay, so now I can go through. Maybe I will just revisit the domain and hosting. So as I said, so when you want to add your subdomain, so you just go to the create subdomain, so what we covered at the beginning. Now the second option you have is to import your own custom domain. So what you will do, it means you have already registered a domain name. So let's say you called it your great domain name, and when you want to import it, you just add your domain name here, and you just check to see if it's available. And what you have to do, then you just go to your registrar and you just update your DNS based on these entries. Okay, So this has to be done at the registrar level. So if you're using GoDaddy or Namecheap, you just go to your managed domain and go to your DNS section, and you just enter these entries, and that's it. We will just add your domain name, so it would become available. And when the DNS are pointing to our servers, then your website will show up live. And finally, third option is you can. So let me go back. You can register a domain name right from within iFunnels. So, for example, you don't want to go to Namecheap or don't have a Namecheap account, you can just register your domain name right away. Register a new domain name, and you check to see if it's available. So we go out and check if the domain name is available, and then you can just click Add Domain, and we'll go out and purchase the domain name on your behalf. So this will be your domain name, even if we register it for you, and with your contact details. So it means you need to first have your contact details stored and saved in your iFunnels account. And of course, it's a paid service, meaning domain name registration comes with a cost. So you need to have credits as well in your account if you want to use that options. And first you will go, to your account information, and you will need to fill all this information, okay? Your name, full name, address, city, and etc., etc. Otherwise, we can't register a domain name for you, because as you know, when you register a domain name, there needs to be like a valid physical address. So first you go to your account, fill in your information, and then you can start registering and hosting new domain names with us. Any questions about that? Or you just tell me if I forget some stuff, but
yeah, I will, don't worry. Yeah,
it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, and then whenever you import your own domain names, create your subdomain, or register a new domain, they will just show up in your domain hosted with us section. Of course, expiry is not relevant because these are just subdomains. Just one note, this is demo account, so I can have multiple iFunnels subdomains, but in your iFunnels account, you can just have one subdomain, one iFunnels subdomain. You can't have multiple ones, so it's just a privilege I have for my demo account, so I can just show you exactly how it works and recreate new subdomains whenever I want.
JP, when you just went through registering a new domain, you unchecked the auto renewal box. With that box checked, what notification do people get in terms of notice that their domain is about to expire? We send them an email out or something?
Yeah, we sent. Yeah, well, if it's not checked, we sent an email. I think it's even sent by Namecheap, which is our upstream provider for domain names. So yeah, we sent a renewal warning, and that you should have enough credits in your account to make sure the domain name can be renewed on your behalf.
Yeah.
And if it's not renewed, well, the domain name will be dropped and it won't be available. And so make sure it does not happen. Because it means that basically you won't be able to reach your website. We won't delete your funnels, but you won't be able to. They won't be live anymore. Okay. Well, SSL will be automatically added for you. You don't have to activate it. The only there might be sometimes you need to activate. Yeah, there's one use case when you need to activate the SSL certificate, it's when you import just a subdomain. But when you import a domain name or create a subdomain, it will automatically be added. But we have a feature. It's a bit more advanced, but for you can just import a subdomain, not the whole domain. And then, obviously, since we don't manage the whole domain name, we can't add the subdomain, the SSL certificate right away. So we will show you. Let me show you basically. Yeah, I will just show you now. Let me uncheck my screen. Yeah, just a minute. Just changing account so you know. Yeah, so let me reshare my screen. Yes, so sometimes you will see an icon like this one, okay, which is meant to install SSL, but it does not mean you have to do it, because basically it will show up whenever you create a subdomain in one of your accounts. It will show that that lock icon to secure your subdomain, but it's only like a security measure, meaning if you notice that the SSL certificate is not installed, meaning when you just browse your subdomain, for example, if I were to try this one, I go to that domain, you can see it's automatically secured. You can see it here. So I don't need to install it. But we notice that sometimes when you import your own domain names and then you create a subdomain, let's say, for example, I want to create a subdomain for this one, which is get to this diet online. So I can create a subdomain, go. Okay, so I can't create for that one, yeah. Let me pick another one. Because we have, yeah, we have some protected stuff. So okay, so I will just add this one, and so sometimes you will need to just have to install it on your own. Let me check. Yeah, of course, I don't have any. Okay, so sometimes it takes time, and if you can see it's not installed, then you just click here, and it will just install subdomain. Okay, this is, as I said, normally the only use case is when you import just a subdomain, when you don't import the whole funnel. So the whole domain name. So you can add just when you go to add a new domain, you can just add just a subdomain here if you wanted to. But then, yeah, the SSL won't be active. So I would say that on this use case we have encountered so far, but there are more. There might be some exceptions as well when the SSL cannot be installed for some reason. But normally, whenever you manage your whole domain name or you register your whole domain name with us, everything related to SSL is automatically handled for you. Okay, so now I will just go back to okay, so next, we have some time. So now I will go to the Deliver module, which is one of the new modules we released like a few months ago, which allows you to, well, to basically sell anything you want in any way you want. It allows you to create membership sites and protect your content. And it's also members management. And it also allows you to automate communication with your leads or with your customers, because it's integrated with email funnels. So but I will get to that. So the first thing you need to do is, if it's not done yet, you need to connect to your Stripe account. And if you don't have one, you will just see like a connect button. And when you click here, it will just guide you through the sign-up process with Stripe. We're only integrated with Stripe, and it's on purpose because anyway, Stripe has processed like $5 billion in sales just in the past few years, so they know their stuff. And it's the easiest to use for the end users, and it's also the most reliable. And the checkout experience we can create is much better than anything we have tested. So of course, it's not available in some countries. You will always hear some nightmare stories where they don't allow some businesses. Well, it's the same with any kind of payment processor. So chances are, if your business is not allowed by Stripe, it won't be allowed by PayPal and by any other company out there, unless you start accepting paying like 25% fees, because you're a high-risk business and you will need to deal with Cayman-based payment processor, which at the end could cost you a lot more, because basically you never know if you will get access to your funds at any point in time. So it's a dangerous business, and we recommend you stick to Stripe. PayPal is not a good one. So Stripe is really the best, and you should make everything possible to be able to work with Stripe. If you're not living in a country where Stripe is available, they have a service called Atlas, where you can basically outsource the creation of an LLC entity, and it comes with a bank account and a Stripe account. I think it's probably like $300, $400, and they will just handle the whole process for you. So, anyway, when you want to start an online business, if you plan to do like 5, 10K a month or more, it's really useful to just have your own entity for tax purpose, and to have a reliable merchant account and payment gateway. And Stripe basically is both a merchant account and a payment gateway. So it's really easy to work with them. And our Deliver module is making your life even easier, as I will show you when you want to sell your products, because it's it's easy to set up. So
if you've ever used and tried to set up a membership with WordPress using one of their plugins, Deliver is a breeze. It is so simple, and it's really nice to use.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you have created with WordPress, and not to name them, but if you have tried to create membership site with any other famous landing page builder like ClickFunnels or I don't know, any others, basically it's just fake membership, fake protection. You can hack. I just for fun on my end, whenever someone releases a new course and it's hosted on ClickFunnels, not to name it, I just send them an email and with a screenshot of the members area, and saying, okay, do you really want people to have access to your $2,000 course for free? It just took me 5 seconds to log in. So probably anyone can do it. So and there are a lot of systems out there which are unfortunately not reliable. and I don't know why. But anyway, it's good for us because if they don't do it, we can do it better than most people. So so basically, yeah, we are simpler to use, and your content will really be protected. And of course, you can go to Kajabi or that kind of dedicated solution to protecting members' content. But yeah, you will have to pay $500 a month just for that feature. So it's probably best if it's integrated and available and unlimited. So when you are integrated, you can start creating your products. And it all starts by creating like a brand, or what we call the site, which is like an umbrella. It allows you to organize your products and services instead of having like, you know, a bunch of products. So you just organize your product or services under, I would say, for example, top brand. You can upload your logo and you choose your currency. Okay, so right now you can work with US dollar, euro, British pounds, Canadian dollars, Australian, New Zealand. It's based on what you need. I mean, we can just activate as many currencies as our members want. So far, we found that nobody has asked for more than the one listed. So you just select your currency. It's also a good thing, because let's say you could say, okay, I want that to be, for example, my brand for the USA. Okay, just save it, and I could just have one because I have two merchant accounts and or two Stripe accounts, and I could just say, okay, this one is for just euro. So this way, you don't lose money when you convert from bank accounts to bank accounts, not using the same currencies. So basically, you can sell in any currency you want, and on the same page, you could, I will show you later, you could sell the same product in US dollars or in euro, and on your own terms, meaning you won't rely on someone else doing the currency exchange. You would say, okay, for example, this product is for sale for $100, and it's for sale for $90, €90, and they could pick the one they want. So it's really useful to have that kind of flexibility. And as we said, that's iFunnels is a platform we are using for ourselves first, and that's the kind of flexibility we wanted, because we know we have some customers from the Eurozone and some from the United States, and we want them to be able to pay based on where they are located, so they don't incur exchange fees, and so that's a way to do it. So when you have created your site or brand, you can start creating your products. Of course, you can re-edit your site. So we just change. You can just upload your logo, change the currency, and so on. You can delete it if you want, and then you create your memberships. What we call memberships is basically a product or a service. We create membership because it's more generic, and people understand that, okay, I can manage my membership site, and then I can have members, and I can protect the content for this membership. So it's a more mainstream approach. So, and to create a membership, you just click, and now you have so top brand US, and I will say this is my free product. Okay, and you just enter your homepage URL. So I don't know, I will try to use anyway. So you can create free products or paid products. So first I will just create a free product, and basically all you have to do is just click save. That's it. You have already created a free membership. So you don't have to fill like a form with like 10 tabs and 20 fields and so on. You just tell us if it's free, the name, and what will be the membership homepage URL. This is the only thing that is required, and you don't even need to do it right away, but it's required because whenever someone will sign up, we will send an email on your behalf with a link to the members' homepage. And on top of that, what happens is we will create an account for your customer. Even if it's a free membership, in the backend, we create the account for you and for your customers. So you don't have to handle, the welcome emails, the webhooks to create the accounts, the login page, the registration page, the forget password page. You don't even have to create any specific page or system pages, because we will turn your homepage URL where you host your content. We will turn that page into a system page when someone is not logged in. So let me show you with a real life example. Oh, that's a protected. Let's give it some time. So whenever someone tries to reach your protected content, that's what they will see. Okay, and you don't have to create that page. It's automatically created for you. It's dynamically created whenever someone try to visit a protected page, and they will have to log in. And if they are not logged in, then they can't access your content. But when they are logged in, they will just see the same page, but it will just show the content and not the restricted page. And on top of that, we will sell your product on your login page or on your content page. So not yet a member, and so it will be linked to your product. So whenever they click, they will be able to start registering and purchasing the product, or if it's a free product, they will be able to just register for it. So it saves you some time, and it's all integrated. So you don't have to think at, okay, whenever someone reaches my content, I need to have a link to the registration. No, it's all done automatically for you. And then you can also, of course, create paid products. So main product, paid plan, and you continue to enter the URL. So if you don't have it, you just leave it blank, and you will just fill it later. And here you start creating your product. And basically, that's the main screen. There's no other screen. That's all you need to do. The name of your product, membership homepage, and the pricing. So you can do like one time. Okay, and I invite you to check that section where you will basically see a real-time preview of your checkout form. So the same, you won't have to create any checkout form or design any checkout page or process. It's all done for you automatically, so you don't have to guess. And why you don't have to guess? Because basically we're using the best practices from Stripe based on a track record of $5 billion in sales. So we don't have to mess with guessing what's a converting checkout process. We basically know what's a converting checkout process. So it can be one time, it can be recurring. Just switch it to recurring, and you can see live how your opt-in checkout form will look like. You can update your billing frequency, and it will also be updated. On the same page, if you leave these fields trial blanks, where there won't be any trial, if you start saying, okay, there's like a $1 trial for 10 days, okay, it will automatically update your checkout form. So the idea is for your customers to really understand exactly what's going on. So we want to show you exactly what they will be billed today. So trial period, $1 for 10 days, total bill today. So it's really clear. And when they click here, after trial, they will see, okay, and then we have to pay $99 per week. Okay, so it's really clear. And your customers, your prospects will be able to switch on and off, or toggle the trial phase after trial, and understand exactly what they will be billed. Okay, so if you want to limit how many the number of free bills, if you wanted to collect what we call shipping details, but like the full address, where you will just enter that, and you will be able to collect the full physical address of your customers, because by default we will only get the email address of your customer. Because what happened in the backend when someone enters their credit card details, anyway, we have like fraud protection with Stripe, and they will just check for you if the credit card is a risky one, and they will just block the transaction. So normally you don't need it, but sometimes if you're selling physical products, it's important to have obviously the shipping address. And you can add, then we just say, okay, but I will just add $10 for shipping. And that way we'll also bill the shipping fees for your customers. Okay. Of course, with trial, you can do that because it's a trial, so you're supposed just to pay what's here. So $1, and after the trial, the shipping fees will come in play. So, and if you remove the trial, then just to show you, it's $99 weekly with $10 for shipping fee, but it's a one-time shipping. So we show it here. So you can see it's $99, $10 one time. So the grand total today is $109 and $99 per week afterwards. So it's really clear. And you could have also recurring shipping fees if you wanted. And then we update your checkout form accordingly as well. And it could be for shipping, but it could be for, I don't know, maintenance fees. And like monthly, you will have maintenance fee or $100, whatever you want. And you can add taxes as well if you live in a country or if you're required to add taxes, so you can just add taxes. And it's automatically updated as well. Okay, so that's how the deliver module works. And then you just save your products. Oops. Yeah, not sure what I did. Yeah, okay, sorry. Shipping fees created a mess, so I'm not sure. Okay, anyway. Okay, yeah, when you pick some countries, you need to select which country. Yeah, because you can also accept sales just from some countries, so you will just use that require shipping option and then select all. Okay, so all countries can purchase your product. It works also with digital products, obviously, because you just click the require shipping and just select which countries, where can people, where they can purchase your product from. Okay, and then whenever you get sale, you will find your product here. And quickly, before we end this session, I will just show you then how you can start selling your products. So I will just use an existing funnel I've created. It was for a physical product, but this way you will understand how it's integrated and how you can protect the content. So what we have done so far, we have created the product, so the product exists. And to start selling it, we need to add checkout links on our pages. And as I told you, you don't have to create an opt-in form or whatever. You just go to your sales page, if it's already created, and you just click your button, and then it will be switched off by default. Whenever you click on a button or an image, you will have a checkout option. You just activate it, and then you select the product you want to sell. You add the redirect URL, which is basically where you want people to be redirected to when they complete the purchase of your product, which will basically be your next upsell, your next offer. Okay, it could be a downsell, or it could be an upsell, or it could be just your thank you page if you don't have any upsell. You select how you want, what kind of checkout experience you want. So if it's a pop-up, or if it's, and I will, for example, for this one, I will use a regular link so I can show you exactly how it works. Then you just save and publish. And basically, that's it. Your product now is ready to market. Someone can just purchase it. That's all you had to do. You don't have to create the checkout pages, the checkout form. You don't have to create a funnel, the sales funnel saying, okay, when someone buys this product, I want them. So another process, to create a funnel in a separate app to tell the system, okay, they can purchase on that page, and then they go to that page. No, you just do it your way, on your own terms. Let me show you maybe, yeah, I don't know if it's this one. This one, but basically, what you can see, that's what you have created. So the first step is someone will just enter, okay, they will just enter their email address, then complete name, my address in my city. Okay. And then next, they can purchase the product. Okay, they just need to enter their credit card details and then agree to the terms, and that's it. So, and if they want to go back to your page, they can just do it. But now, as I have started my process, it will, of course, I can't remember what I used, but anyway. So whenever we will recognize someone, we will just move on into the process. And that's the full page experience. So the previous one is what we call the pop-up experience. So it's like they say on your page, and they can just enter all their account details and payment details. And the other one is the full takeover. So it's basically the same field, the same process, but it's like a full takeover page. So that's the two ways you can sell your products. And so quickly, now when you're, where was I? Okay. Okay, if you wanted to protect a page, let me just quickly show you as well. So you understand exactly the deliver module, how it's really powerful to create a product and to protect your pages. So let's say, I don't know, I want to protect this one, confirmation page. Okay, let's say this is your membership page. You would just go to page settings, and here I can just say I want to protect, and only people who have purchased this product can access that page, and that's it. You save and publish, and your content is now protected. Okay, you don't have to integrate anything. You don't need any plugin. You don't need to go back to your product and select which pages to protect. You just go to your funnel, add your checkout links, and go to the page and say this one can only be protected. You could also drip feed your content, but I think it will be probably for tomorrow.
So JP, is this the URL for this page, this page that you just protected? This is the URL that you would put in to deliver under the membership homepage?
Yes.
And that's how it links the two together?
Yeah, exactly. Let me show you. As you can see now, this page is protected, so I can't access it. And if it was not protected, well, I could see the page just fine. So I'll just show you now when it's not protected. So basically all the system pages are created for you automatically. Just one thing before I update the page. And now if I were to go here, yeah, I could register. And as you remember, it was a free product, so I can just get it for free. And now if the page was not protected, oh, anyway, just switch it off, just republish your page, and now the same page will just show your content. Some time. Let me share a screen.
And amazing how much time it takes up when he's sharing screens. There we go.
Yeah. No, the page is not protected anymore, but it's the same page. You don't have to send your people to any other link, so you don't have to worry to remember, the login links, the checkout links, the forward password link, registration, because some membership management system will ask you to send your people to to a registration page, and they will ask you to pass like a transaction ID or a token in the URL so you can confirm they did purchase a product. You have to do some crazy integrations and stuff, which is useless because you don't have to normally. And so we managed to find a way to just have I think it's the simplest way. I've never seen any system like that where you don't have to create a login page, registration. You don't have to create a checkout page, a checkout form. You don't have the 10 tabs form to fill in to create your products. You can automatically send people back to the purchase or registration if they try to access a protected page. And it's a protection that works. So it's like all in one, and all you have to do is just, if you remember, in Deliver, all you had to do is just tell our system the name of your product and if it's free or paid. And that's all it takes to create everything in the background. So your customer's account will be created, the system image will be created and sent on your behalf, so they know exactly where to log in. And in fact, there's a lot more, and that would be the topic for the next session. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. And so today we'll resume with some marketing automations we can build in Deliver as well, and we take some time with Studio email funnels, and we go on. I think that's why we needed like 3 days to have a complete overview of the system.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's it, I guess. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow same time, and yeah, you can watch a live replay in the Facebook group as well. So thanks a lot and have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye for now.